Hi, welcome to this audio recording. My name is Justin Prinz, and in the next couple minutes, I want to share with you a detailed behind-the-scenes look at the difference between social retail and multi-level marketing, or MLM, or network marketing. Now, I'm hoping that you have a little bit of a background in network marketing, or in direct sales at least, because that will actually help to build some context as we just have this discussion. What you're going to see today is kind of a behind-the-scenes look. It's the stuff that I'd want you to tell me if we were, switching roles and I was looking at this business concept. Let me quickly start with my story. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. My wife and I have 4 young kids from 14 down to 5. I'm certainly a husband first. I'm a daddy first. I'm an entrepreneur second. I start with my story because I was introduced to network marketing 13 years ago. I became the number 3 earner and the national spokesperson for my company, and was in every Barnes & Noble and Borders book stand all over the country, and thought I, was the man. And then the company went out of business, and I thought, I'm not the man anymore. That company was gone. And so that kind of started this journey. I joined another company. It took me what I thought would take me 2 months to get full-time. Took me 22 months. Had to go get 2 part-time jobs, and at one point was living at the loft of my wife's parents' garage with 2 little babies sleeping in the closet. And I share that story to say I know what it's like to be the little guy, when you're building a business. I know what it's like to be the medium-sized guy. We have a part-time income. And then I also know what it's like to be, if you will, kind of the big leader. I ultimately, at that company, made my first $1 million in my 20s. I spoke all over the world. I was speaking in Moscow and Omsk, Russia, and Almaty, Kazakhstan when I was 29, and had an amazing experience there. Now, I sold that business at its peak. The biggest it got, I sold it. And the reason I sold it is because I lost my belief in network marketing. I don't know if any of you have ever had this experience where, it's one of those things where you say, you know what, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad for the people I met. I'm glad for the personal development. I'm glad for even the income I made, the whole thing. But I'm never going to do it again. I don't know what it is about this profession where people say, you know what, I'm good. I'm glad I did it, but I'm never going to do it again. If you've ever felt that way, I can relate. And so I sold my business. I got into private equity consulting. And for the next 2 years, I was out of network marketing because I felt like the business model was fundamentally flawed. I felt like the business model was broken. And it wasn't just that one company. It was like the whole network marketing profession. I felt like we weren't fulfilling the promise of true residual income. Now, when I talk about the old model, a better way to say this is actually the model. It's like the current model. But this is the model before social retail was invented, right? So it's what's called a self-consumption model. This hasn't changed for 100 plus years of direct sales. Self-consumption basically means this. You join the company as a representative or a promoter or a distributor or a brand partner or an associate, whatever they call you. They might call you different things at different companies. But you join the company, you sign up, and then guess what you do? You go have other people sign up, and you start consuming the product yourself, and then you sign up other people, recruit other people. They sign up, they start consuming it themselves. They go sign up other people, they start consuming it themselves. So the whole model is a self-consumption model. Now, I have no problem with you and I recruiting people, and I also have no problem with us consuming the products ourselves. I think we should do that. I think it's maybe disingenuous not to. So what's the issue? The issue is there's no real customers. In the old model, the customer base is us. The customer base is these teams of people that are building networks. And so I remember thinking to myself, if the lowest person that joined last night, at the bottom of your network, like the lowest person that joined last night, if they can't go recruit more people, they can't make any money. And if they can't make any money, after 2 or 3 months from now, they quit. And then that line starts to erode. I don't know if you've ever had this happen where the lowest person's not making enough money, so then they quit, and that unqualifies the person above them. Now they're not making enough money, so they quit, and that unqualifies the person above them. And our networks, kind of the momentum subsides, and then all of a sudden they start rolling back like an accordion. And that's all part of this self-consumption model, this fatal flaw that I said I don't want to really have anything to do with anymore. The company website has distributor messaging. Let me give you a quick example. People say to me sometimes, they say, what's the difference between Modere and other companies? So I'm going to give you a quick example here. Let's say that you, in your mind right now, go to any network marketing company's website in your brain. Okay, so go to www.whatever.networkmarketingcompany.com you want to pick from. So think of the tabs across the site in your brain. So from left to right, it goes company, products, opportunity, charity, events, founders, login, something like that. Why do they have the opportunity tab on the company website? Well, the obvious answer is because it's a self-consumption model. They're trying to recruit more people like you and me to go sign up in their company and go buy the products ourselves, and we receive an override on the consumption of this network of people that we build. Well, that company website, that messaging, that distributor messaging, it actually turns off most people. Most people are either indifferent about network marketing, meaning they're like, I don't really care one way or the other, or they're like negative about it. And very few are actually like, I'm looking, like they don't wake up in the morning, you know what, today's the day. I'm going to become a multi-level marketer. Like most people aren't saying that. And so that all that opportunity messaging is because we're trying to talk to more reps to get more reps, right? The distributor pricing, in network marketing, we have these kind of exaggerated prices, and we do it so we can fund the network. We can pay all these people to go promote it. And when you compare it to normal retail prices that you would get at a normal retail establishment or an online establishment, you're thinking, man, I would never pay this if I wasn't getting paid to do this. Wholesale versus retail, what does that mean? In most companies, they'll say something like this. Here's the price of our products, but if you sign up, then you get it, wholesale, and you'll get this big difference. And then, we'll go to the whiteboard as we explain the compensation plan, and we'll say, we're paid 9 ways in our comp plan. Way number 1, buy wholesale, sell retail. And unless it's like some sort of kind of like a party plan model, that never happens. Like we all wink at each other and we all say, yeah, that never happens. We all put that in there so the FTC doesn't get frustrated with our comp plans, but no one's buying wholesale and then selling it over the back fence to their, neighbor retail, because the wholesale pricing for most network marketing companies, their next door neighbor wouldn't pay, let alone the retail price. Earn income exclusively from recruiting. So like in most network marketing companies, you can't become like a guru double backflip ninja diamond, and like cross the stage and, get to wear your cool suit unless you're really good at recruiting people and building a network. One of the cool things, we'll dive into this more as we go through this, but one of the cool things about Modere is you can actually get tons of recognition and cross the stage and earn a living without recruiting people, which is pretty cool. And then recognition titles are all from team building. The traditional model, you can't become the ninja double backflip diamond guy or gal unless you can go recruit a huge network where you can't get the recognition. So this is some components to the old model. Again, if you've been around the game, a lot of these stuff you're kind of like, yeah, that's okay, I understand. And sometimes we just think it just is what it is. Now, the government is forcing our profession to change. A lot of us are already kind of aware of what's happening. So the federal government in the United States has said, hey, this doesn't work anymore. This kind of crash and burn, like up and then down, and up and then down, these growth spurts that some of these companies have, it leaves too much of a wake behind it that's hurting families around the United States. So they've asked, with both Vima and then Herbalife, they asked Herbalife to have 66% of their revenue come from customers, and they asked Vima to have 50% of their revenue come from customers. Now, for many kind of traditional network marketers, when they build a large organization, I would be willing to guess, 1%, 2%, maybe a couple percent of their entire organization comes from customer volume versus the self-consumption of this huge team of people that they built. And so when the government's saying 50 to 60 some odd percent, this is really big numbers. In Modere, as a global average, in North America we're a little bit higher than this, but as a global average, we're averaging 72% with this social retail model, meaning 72% of the revenue is coming from legitimate, real customers. A lot of times in networking, the companies don't have any customers, so they'll put like an asterisk next to someone. They're like, this person hasn't recruited anyone for 8 months, so they're a customer. It's like, no, dude, they actually joined your company and signed up, paid the fee so that they could get the discounted price, and so they could, and I get it's just your aunt, but she's actually really a rep. And the government looks at that person not as a customer, they look at him as a failed distributor. Because someone that paid the fee, has signed up and now is in the company and not succeeding. So a little bit of backstory as well. So I'm out of the profession. I'm doing private equity consulting, and I was brought into this legacy network marketing company. At the time, it was 25 years old. It had sold $6.7 billion worth of product sales in 25 years. It was a multi-$100-million company, and I was brought in as part of a consulting team. So I wasn't brought in to be a rep for these guys. I was brought in to help consult and help transform this company, because although it had done all these amazing kind of legacy things, they'd actually, 30 plus years ago had created safe, non-toxic shampoo was the original product. And then they created this entire global line of safe, affordable, and effective non-toxic products. And it created, again, $6.7 billion in product sales, over $3 billion in commissions. But the 8 years before we all showed up, they had 8 years of consecutive double-digit decline in revenue. So the company needed to basically be transformed. It needed to be reborn, if you will. And so we went through this process, this kind of amazing, almost year-plus process to help them to create something completely different. But what I want to share with you is this: as we sat around this room, we had some of the smartest direct sales minds in the country, people who had built multi-hundred million dollar, multi-billion dollar direct sales companies. We also had some of the smartest retail minds in the country. People who had worked with brands like Macy's and Gap and Chipotle and Sephora and Ray-Ban. So we kind of had this unique combination of retail and network marketing backgrounds, direct sales backgrounds. And I remember saying to this group, I said, guys, I don't want to do network marketing anymore. I think network marketing is fundamentally flawed. It's broken for all the reasons we just discussed. And I said, if we can't do something completely different, I don't want to do it anymore. And so the first thing we went at, and the first thing I want to share with you, is we wanted to create an entirely new business model. Here's what I want to share with you. When new models come to market, they disrupt the old model. You don't go back to the old model when you see the new model. An obvious example is Netflix. Like, if you're in network marketing and you're in Blockbuster and you leave Blockbuster because you're sick of it and you can't take it anymore and you go to Hollywood Video, well, congratulations. You're doing the exact same thing. It's just like the popcorn's in a different spot of the store. Like, Netflix disrupted the entire model. And what they did is they didn't create better entertainment. They created a better business model. It wasn't like their alternative ending to Terminator 2 was different. So you're like, man, I'm going to buy from them. That wasn't their innovation. Their innovation was you can sit on your couch in your underwear and click one button and watch the video, right? That model changed it forever. Henry Ford said it this way. He said, if I would have asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. I feel like if you ask most network marketing people, like, hey, what do you want? They're like, I don't know, like a infinity bonus or something. Like, they don't really know what to pick because we couldn't envision a different way to do it. And that's what we wanted to create with Modere. So 6 months before we're sitting in this boardroom, I'm sitting at lunch with a friend of mine, and the guy's always dressed to the nines. You know, he's like one of those guys. You're like, where do you get all your clothes? So I'm sitting there eating our salad. I go, where do you shop? Like, where do you buy all your stuff? He has a pocket square, and his jacket looks cool, and his cufflinks match his shoelaces. And I'm like, bro, it's like Tuesday afternoon at lunch in Provo, Utah. Like, what's wrong with you? And he looks at me and he says, I shop at Nordstrom's Rack. And I had heard of Nordstrom's Rack. And he said, I shop at Gilt.com. And I said to him, I said, what's Gilt.com? And he looks at me like I'm a complete idiot. Like I live in a cave. And I tell people, not only am I not an idiot, but I'm pretty cool. So like I have a profile on the Facebook. So I'm pretty hip. And so I say to him, I've never even heard of Gilt.com. Picks up his phone, sends me a text. Now in the text is a link. I click the link and it gives me $25 off this website called Gilt.com. I'd never heard of it before. And gives him $25 because he shared it with me. So we finish lunch, I go sit in my car, and I remember thinking to myself, it should be that easy. Like, building a network marketing business should be like what just happened right now. Now remember, I'm out of it, of network marketing this time. I'm doing private equity consulting, so I have no company to defend. Like sometimes when you're in your company, you're like, our company's amazing. And then later you're like, we weren't that good. But so I'm sitting there thinking, that was pretty cool. That company just got me as a customer. They just got my volume. And that was so interactive. Like I like to tell networkers, guess how many Super Saturdays Gilt.com sent my friend to? 0. I mean, somehow this guy just knew how to talk about it. Like, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but you sign me up in your network marketing company, then you send me to 3 Super Saturdays to teach me what to say to people, and then 3 more Super Saturdays to help personally develop me enough to overcome my fear to actually dare say it to someone. And 6 months from now, we recruit someone and you're like, momentum, we got duplication over here. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things you're thinking, what the heck's wrong with our business? We have to send people to 6 Super Saturdays to dare talk to anybody about it. So Gilt.com had built this kind of cool business. Well, fast forward 6 months. I'm sitting in this multi-hundred-million-dollar company's boardroom. I'm part of this consulting team. And our chief branding officer is a guy that's, again, worked with Ray-Ban and Macy's and Chipotle and Sephora and so on. He says to me, have you ever heard of Gilt.com? And I look at him like he's a total idiot. Like, come on, dude. Do you think I don't know what Gilt.com is? Because now I felt so cool because I'd heard of it once in my whole life. And then I said, yeah, I've heard of it. And he said, do you know how many customers they have? He said, they're 6 years old. Do you know how many customers? I said, well, I know of 2, me and my buddy. He said, they have 6 million customers. Now, let me just pause for 1 sec with you, okay? 6 million customers in 6 years. There's no network marketing company in the history of network marketing. There's no direct sales company that's ever even dreamed of 6 million customers in 6 years. Not 6 million reps, 6 million customers. He says, do you know how much revenue they do a year? I said, man, I don't know, 30 million? He said, $1 billion per year in sales. And what I'll share with you is this. It's $1 billion in real life revenue. This is not network marketing numbers, where it's sort of like, We had 800 people at the event. It's like, no, bro, you had 200. So here's the thing. I spoke at the Ariake Coliseum with Alexis Maybank, who's one of the original co-founders of Guilt.com, in front of 10,000 people in Japan as we launched Modere there in Japan. And she came there to talk about the power of Guilt and what they built with their social, what's called social shopping model, but also the power of what we're doing in social retail. And I remember thinking to myself, what if you could combine the power of network marketing? Now, the power of network marketing is the power of the people. And retailers are looking to get more people to talk about their brand. Now, let me share this. Networkers, and again, you've been around this game, you've been around this profession, we're kind of a unique bunch. Like network marketers are like the kind of people we'd put 7 of us in a 2-person car and drive 11 hours one way to the meeting and, be all excited about it and then go home and get home at 4 in the morning and go to our friend at cubicle the next morning at work and be like, do you even have a dream? You should do what I'm doing. This is amazing. And we're just this really like energetic and passionate and driven group of people. Some of the coolest entrepreneurs you'll ever meet are these incredible networkers. And it's a growing, massively growing profession. We thought, what if you could combine the power of the people of network marketing with the power of online digital retail? And what I'll share with you is this. All of us right now, whether you like it or not, whether you want to argue with it or not, whether you want to get online, get on board with it or not, we're experiencing the biggest shift that any of us will ever see. It's a shift from physical to digital retail. So in other words, it's a shift from stores to online. Let me give you an example. 10 years ago, how much Christmas did you buy online? Probably not that much. Last year, how much Christmas did you buy online? Probably a lot. Black Friday, Cyber Monday is taking over. The online shopping is taking over what's happening in stores, and it's changing the landscape of our societies. Well, guys, it'll be the biggest shift in retail that any of us will ever see. It'll be the biggest shift of dollars that any of us will ever see in our lifetime. So we thought, what if you could combine the normalness and the speed and the power of online digital retail with the power of these communities of network marketers, right? And that's where this idea called social retail was born. So social retail is simply a retail brand powered by people where you're actually paid to send people to a retail website versus an MLM website. Now check this out. When you go to Modere.com, guess what you're not going to see? You're not going to see all the opportunity language, and you're not going to see the guy holding the Ed McMahon check that he made $1 million and the person like celebrating on the beach with their coconut. Why? Because 95% of the U.S. population, and by the way, these stats are about applicable as you go market to market to market around the world, but 95% of the U.S. population are non-network marketers. 5% of us are. So guess where all the volume lies when you're looking at building a huge business? It's not the 5% calling each other like, hey, are you sick of your company yet? Because you should come to my company. My company sucks less than your company. We should do it together. Like, that's not where all the volume lies, us talking to each other. All the volume lies with everybody else. And I like to say to networkers, I say, guess what we want in our businesses? They'll be like, leaders. And I go, no. What you want is volume. And lots of it. Whether you're in restaurants, real estate, or network marketing, you want lots and lots of volume. Why? Because we're all paid on the same thing. And so the volume lies with getting access to everybody else, the 95% of the population. Now, the way that we do this, besides this really kind of cool online retail brand, is we do it with this really kind of cool promotion code. So if you remember that Guilt.com story, he gave me a code, a $10 discount, or in his case, it was a $25 discount code, that I could get a discount, and he got a discount. It's what's called a give-get. He give the discount, get a discount. We have the same model. It's what we call a give, get, share the love. Now, what's so cool is when you're a smart, this is what our customers get. Social marketers share a $10 code, and that your customer gets $10 off to shop from you. When your customers create their account, they get their own code they can share as well. And when they're on SmartShip, they get 25% off whatever the person orders every single month. Now, let me ask you a question. Where did Guilt.com get those 6 million customers? The answer is they got the 6 million customers from the 6 million customers. In other words, people like my buddy at lunch. And so if using a network marketing term, their customers duplicated. They did what we try and teach people to do, and we incentivize them to do. They did it because they got a little, just a quick discount. It was a really cool website, a simple form to share. So once they became a customer of Guilt started to market to those customers. Have you ever had this happen where you get emails or push notifications on your phone and it's a retail company saying, hey, time to shop, time to share with 3 friends, you get this Valentine's offer, Father's Day offer, Mother's Day offer, Christmas promotion, etc. Well, when they're marketing to you, That's what online retail companies do, is they market to their existing customer base, getting them to shop and to share with more customers. Once you put a customer into Modere.com, and again, they're having a completely normal retail experience like they're used to. Once you put a customer into Modere.com starts marketing to your customers with flash sales, limited time offers, promotions, discounts, incentives, reasons both to shop and to share. Check this out. Once you send your code to somebody and they click on your link, Modere starts retargeting your customers. So when they're scrolling through their internet, they're on the Wall Street Journal, or they're maybe at their favorite mommy blog, they're seeing Modere's advertisements driving them to understand what Modere is. And again, this is additional exposures where they're getting kind of brand touches, brand exposures. And what's so cool is when they click on these links and you send them your link, when they click on this later, because maybe their child started crying when they open it up, and then later they come back, they click on it. We've dropped what's called a cookie. That's a tech term. And when they click on it, they're actually attached to you through the code. So really kind of cool stuff we can do because of the online retail portion of our business. Now let's kind of shift gears. Let's talk a little bit more about the company. I'm sure you'll agree with me that no company can be greater than or surpass the wisdom, the know-how, the integrity, the vision, and the expertise of the people that operate that company. And I am so excited for you to be able to get to know this executive management team. Everyone from our CEO, Ozma Ishak. Ozma literally has an academic background with incredible pedigree in academia, but also she has an incredible entrepreneurial background. She built one of the top collagen companies in the world that generated millions upon millions of dollars in revenue that she started from scratch. She joined Modere and has become the CEO of Modere. Robert Conley is our chairman of the board. He's helped to build billion-dollar network marketing companies. We have other people that come from more the traditional space, whether it's FamilySearch.org or working with Target and Macy's and Walmart in the big box stores. Modere is built on 5 values. And these are values that both we talk about and they're values that we really work to live. The values are authentic, vibrant, disruptive, humble, and compassionate. Walt Disney's younger brother, said, when your values are clear, your decision-making becomes easy. And this is part of not only how we build the company, but specifically how we build the field and the culture within the field. Our vision and mission is to help 10 million homes to live clean. And so we do this by helping them to switch out products they're already using for safe, effective, and affordable non-toxic products. Modere's product line encompasses every area of someone's home, whether it's their body, their home care, hair care, weight management, skin care, as well as nutrition. And so what is so powerful about this as an entrepreneur is you actually can pull from multiple buckets that people are already spending from. So oftentimes in networking, they'll be really narrow product line companies. They have like a skincare product, or they have a juice product, or they have one weight loss product or one pill. Well, if someone gets off that pill, you're out of business. Or if someone doesn't take your pill, you don't make any money. Or if they take it for 3 months and say, I don't need it anymore, you're done. With this, you have multiple areas of someone's home. There's a reason that the Johnson & Johnsons and the Procter & Gamble's are some of the biggest businesses on earth. Why? Because they pull from multiple areas, multiple buckets in our homes, in our spending. Modere is the first ever EWG verified oral care line, which is one of our many Live Clean products. Modere has become the world leader for the past 31 years in creating clean, non-toxic, safe products. So all of our packaging recyclable, BPA-free. We don't have any animal testing. We also follow the Modere Perfect 10 quality standard. And we have a really unique scientific advisory board. These are medical doctors, PhDs, professors at both Harvard, Michigan State, veterinarians, plastic surgeons, naturopath. We even have the former CEO of GNC. So this broad range of people from different backgrounds that come and verify the safety, the efficacy, and the Live Clean mission and message of Modere. Almost all of our products are built in our 227,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Springville, Utah. This is a pretty impressive facility. When you walk in, every product is handcrafted in Utah by Modere employees. You don't see any other brand in this facility. You could fit 4 Costco's within the 4 walls of this facility. Modere's products, we have both our Live Clean line, and then we have our really specific hero products, like our liquid collagen. This is the next generation of collagen. Collagen, as you know, is your hair, your skin, your nails. Our bodies are made of collagen. We have 7 international patents on the matrix of our collagen and hyaluronic acid. So for joint health, for joint discomfort, for aging, And for inside out anti-aging, there's nothing like the liquid collagen line. We also have our weight loss and weight management systems, our lean body sculpting system. The hero product of this is what is called Trim. This is a product unlike any other product on the marketplace. This product was actually voted as one of 3 products in all of direct sales worldwide as one of the top 3 product innovations of 2018. This is a product that actually helps to support fat-burning metabolism, build lean muscle with the ingredient CLA, and then also target reducing fat cell size and inhibiting fat absorption. What this does is actually help to burn some of the brown fats, the belly fats, the side handles, so it helps with actual body composition. It's a product that you take a spoonful in the morning, spoonful at night, tastes great, kind of has the consistency of yogurt. In addition to our lean body system, we have our M3 system. This is a simple take 3, make 3. In the first year that we launched this product, we help people lose over 1 million pounds on our M3 transformation. One of the main reasons people don't live clean already is because the live clean products, they're hard to find and they're expensive. Modere's made that really simple with our Smart Ship and Save program. The more products that you add to your Smart Ship, the more you save, everywhere from 5 to 15%. Now let's kind of shift gears into the Modere compensation plan. Now my goal in the next couple minutes is not to go through a deep dive of every single bonus, every single way you're paid. What I do want to share with you is the power of the compensation plan to be able to build, whether it's a side income you're looking to build, some additional income for your family, or whether you're looking to build wealth and generational wealth for your family. I want to walk you through just the power of the plan and the power of social retail when you start incorporating customers into your marketing plan. The first thing is what we call a home for everyone. So we have the promoter side of the plan, which is the promoter side are people who are out there acquiring customers. These are the people that, maybe they're not looking to build a huge team, or maybe they're looking to only recruit a few people, but they want to build a customer base. We have a term called a customer pod. It simply means this. You join Modere as a social marketer, use your $10 off discount code and get some customers. And then your customers get a discount code when they share with more customers, and when those customers share with more customers, all of those customers count towards your customer pod. So the first question I want to share with you is this. How many customers can you have in your customer pod? You can have as many as you'd like. So a lot of our social marketers have literally hundreds, if not more, customers in their customer pod. The second question is, how many, if you will, levels, are you paid on? Referrals away from you are you paid on in your customer pod? And the answer is infinite. You're paid on all of the customers that come into your customer pod. Modere also pays daily. One of the cool things about Modere is you make a sale today, you get paid tomorrow. And our daily pay program pays between 10 to 36% on all new customers that are acquired in your pod, whether you're the one that introduced them or whether someone else does. You can lock in up to 36% on your daily pay commissions, and you can also receive up to $200 a month of free Modere products. Now, I'm going to walk you through this as a little bit of an eye chart as you first look at it, but let me kind of walk you through some kind of key points. The first thing I want you to see is this. These are on our promoter side. There we have entire recognition titles on the promoter side. Now, why is that important? Because if someone joins your team and they're not a great recruiter, they can still be recognized here. They can still be valued here. They can still cross stage here. I remember sometimes in networking, like we would sit down with someone at Starbucks and be like, why do you only have 10 customers? Like, are you not good at closing? Do we need to have a closing session? Because they were actually good at customer acquisition versus being good at building a team. Here, we have titles from promoter to bronze, silver, gold, and then platinums. There's 4 ranks of platinum. Now, let me quickly share 2 of the ranks I think are important. First is bronze. Bronze is when you typically have about 5 customers. You have 500 customer points. At bronze, the lowest you'll earn is at least $90 when you have 500 CV, 500 customer volume, or commissionable volume. The lowest you'll earn is $90. Now, in addition to that, you'll also be getting $50 a month of free products. So it's about $140 of total value. The other one is platinum. I'll tell you why I love this one. Platinum, you need at least 15 customers. Typically, platinums have a little bit more than this. But you're earning at least, the lowest you'll make is on your CV as a platinum, in other words, your commissionable volume, is $900 a month plus $100 free shopping credit. So a platinum is right at that range where you're making almost $1,000 a month and you've recruited 0 people. And you can see as the teams go up to our platinum 3s, the lowest you can make is $3,240 a month, and you haven't recruited anybody at this point. Remember our first year in Modere, we had a gal that joined. She had 4 kids, never done this before, no sales experience, no network marketing experience. And she went out that first year and made $34,000. And again, I'm not trying to make an income claim here. Everyone's results are different, but this is her story. And you say, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is she recruited 0 people. She made $34,000 and recruited 0 people. And the power of that is the power of this plan. In addition to the money that you can make as you start to build your own customer pod, as you start teaching and helping other people do the same thing, we have a bonus we call our promoter development bonus. So check this out. You'll earn between $10 to $300 a month commission on all of the different pods in your team. Now, these are monthly commissions. This is not a one-time bonus, and also these bonuses stack as you rank advance. Let me give you just a quick example of how this works. Let's say that you become what's called a team leader in our company, and I'll explain more about what that means later. You have a director above you, an elite above you. This bonus is paid out to team leaders, directors, and elites. And again, these terms will make more sense later. But let's say you have someone that's a silver. Silvers typically they have about 10 customers. When someone's a silver, as a team leader, you make $10. The upline director makes $10, and the elite above them makes $10 a month. Now, what happens if you're the director? In other words, you rank advance in the comp plan, and let's say that you don't have a silver under you. You actually introduce someone who becomes what's called a platinum 3, the top of our promoter plan. You'll earn a $100 bonus for the team leader and a $100 bonus for the director. Why? Because you are the first team leader in the line and the first director. And then that upline elite would also earn it as well. The point I want to share with you is this. The more people you help to build these customer pods, the more money that you'll make. Now let me share with you the power of this, okay? Let's talk about if you're building a team. Now, you may have seen in your years of experience, you may have seen those examples where, you go out and get 3 people, they go out and get 3 people, they go out and get 3 people, and so on. This is an example of each person ordering 100 points and a 5% commission example. Now, here's the thing. I want to start by saying this is not meant to be a guarantee of income. This is not meant to be an income claim. I simply am trying to make an illustration of the power of duplication with the power of these customer pods. I also want to point this out. Any of us that have ever built were like, it wasn't quite that easy. It wasn't quite as easy if everyone got 3. But let's just say that happened. You introduced 3, who introduced 3, who introduced 3, who introduced 3. Over time, you have a team of over 3,000 people. And on each level, you're making 5% commission. So 15, and then eventually you're making a 6-figure plus income. So pretty cool. Well, let me share with you the power of what this means. In traditional network marketing, it's what's called a 1-to-1 ratio. For every 1 person that joins, that's 1 person buying the product. Why? It's a self-consumption model. Every rep's worth the products that they buy. In our model, it's a little bit different. In this model, so let's say that the same logic's true. You got 3, they all got 3, they all got 3, right? All ordered 100 points. It's all 5% commission. Now, here's the differences. Let's say that each one of your team members got 10 customers who also ordered as well. This is what happens in a traditional network marketing business model where it's all the consumption of the team. The only people buying it is the people that are consuming it from the team. This is what happens when you add 10 customers that are all ordering, in this case, 100 points each. You can see the differences. Same structure, same size of team that you had before, but now they all have 10 customers each. Before was a 1-to-1 ratio. This example is a 10-to-1 ratio. Now, in Modere right now, we're averaging 10 customers for every 1 person that says yes to our business. So think what that means to you over time. You build a team of 10 people, that's not 10 people, it's 100 people. Why? Because each of those 10 average 10 customers each. You build a team of 100 people, that's not 100 orders you're paid on, that's 1,000 orders. Why? Because each of those 100 average 10 customers. You build a team of 10,000, that's 100,000 orders that you're paid on every single month. Why? Because they're all averaging these 10 customers. You can kind of get the idea of how we've been able to put in so many customers so rapidly and build this social retail company. As you acquire social marketers, you basically start building your team. We have first order bonuses. Every time you recruit 3, you can double your first order bonus commission. We also have what we call our team builder bonus. So check this out. Our team starts at senior consultant, goes to team leader, senior team leader, 3 levels of directors, 3 levels of elites. I'll explain to you later in other compensation plan videos how you hit all these ranks. This is the recognition on the team building side. You get a cash bonus when you hit these ranks. So when you're a director 1, you get $500. When you're a director 3, $1,500. And then it goes up from there. In addition to that, we have our generational unilevel. Let me quickly share with you what this means. And again, you don't need to be a comp plan guru, but I want you to understand the concept. Modere does not pay on levels, we pay on generations. What does that mean? It means the average MLM pays 6 to 9 levels. Here's you, someone orders on level 1, that counts as a level. When they place a qualifying order, an active order, that's level 1. They introduce someone who places an order, that's level 2. Modere pays on 8 generations of what's called senior consultants. So what does that mean? It means the average MLM pays 6 to 9 levels. We pay 8 generations of senior consultants. The average senior consultant has 4 to 5 levels to become a senior consultant. So as an average, Modere pays 32 to 40 levels deep in the organization versus the traditional 6 to 9 levels deep that the average network marketing or multi-level marketing company pays. What does that mean over time? It means the potential for hundreds of dollars or thousands or tens of thousands or even more, depending on the size of organization you build, because you can reach so much deeper into these generations of qualifying senior consultants. We pay on 8 generations of senior consultants, like we talked about, 8 generations, and it's between 4 to 7% on 8 generations. You can max our compensation plan out with 3 legs, but as you go wider and build a 4th leg and a 5th leg and so on, once you become an elite, you receive an additional 4%. So on those, once you do that on your 4th leg and beyond, you're not earning 7%, you're earning 11. You're not earning 4%, you're earning 8. So it's very, very powerful as you build really strong, stable organizations over time. Okay, next thing I want to talk to you guys about is our coded mentor bonus. This is such a powerful bonus. I'm not going to go into all the details of it. I'm going to share with you some of the high-level points. J. Paul Getty was one of the first billionaires in America, and he said it this way. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own effort. And it's the power of creating leverage. Now, let me share with you how this coded bonus, the power of this. You can actually get access to infinite commissions, the potential of infinite commissions on social marketers' first orders in a new leg. So in other words, as you build a team, every single new person that joins that team as a social marketer that makes their first purchase from Modere, you can actually earn a commission. You can lock in between 3 to 15% commission on all new social marketers' first orders in new legs. So 3 to 15% of that, every single order that happens in that leg, you can earn 3 to 15%. And you can earn up to 38% commission on all of your new personally enrolled social marketers' first orders. So you can earn this on 3 to 15% on all of the orders happening in your team, those first orders, as well as 38% on any of your first personal orders. And then the more that you rank advance, the higher you can stack the code. So that's how you go from 3% to 6 to 9 to 11 to 13 to 15. To where you're earning 15% on every single solitary person's first order, every single new social marketer that joins that team, you can earn up to 15% on every single one of those orders in that entire line, and it has the potential to have infinite depth. That bonus is very exciting, and you'll understand it more as you go through it. The leadership development bonus is the back end of our plan that is an unbelievable bonus. This bonus pays between 10 to 22% check match on all of the leaders' checks in your organization. To give you some context with this one, we already have people that make over $1 million a year from just this one bonus. So imagine as you build a team, the more successful you help them to become, you start receiving 10 to 22% match on their monthly generational unilevel check. Now, how do you get started? Let's kind of wrap this thing up. You want to become what's called 480 point qualified. 480 points. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute, but you can either order it or you can order less than that, and then you can get it through customer acquisition. But when you become 480 point qualified, you experience more of the Modere products. Most people that join, they say, I want to use all the different products so I can start to build my own story. You qualify for the power bonus, which in your first 3 months will give you an extra 3% on all of your new social marketer acquisition. You qualify to be recoded at Director 1. When you understand that, you're going to want to be 480 point qualified. But you qualify for that by becoming 480 point qualified. Here's the way you can do it. We have 3 basic collections, a $199, a $499, and a $699 collection. The $499 collection auto-qualifies you to be 480 point qualified, so you're automatically qualified. If you order the Ultimate collection, same thing, you're automatically qualified. If you order less than the $499, you have to make up the difference of what you order with customer acquisition. So what most people do, just order our Plus collection. They're already auto-qualified for all of the different bonuses you can earn as you go. Now, there's 2 ways people get started. They either become a customer, use the $10 off discount code, or they become a social marketer. What I'm going to share with you is this. Get back with a person that thought highly enough of you to share this with you. And what you're seeing is not theory anymore. This is, we've generated with just this idea in North America well over $100 million with this idea, and we're just getting started. This idea, when we first started, I remember thinking this is a multi-billion dollar idea. This is the idea that can help to transform and change all of direct sales moving forward. So appreciate your time and attention. Can't wait to meet you in person. Have a great day.